What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. I'm your host, Trevor. Hit the like and hit the subscribe because today is an amazing day for Sideline Sports. Why? Because we have broken our 1,000 subscribers and we're going on to bigger and better things, guys. Everybody who out there is supporting my channel and hitting the likes, hitting the subscribes, watching the podcast, thank you very much for all your support and keep it going because I'm loving this thing and we're going to keep it going. It's just sports is my life. I love it. And I'm going to keep going for this for as long as I possibly can or as long as you'll listen to me. So I appreciate it, guys. Another good thing. Well, the Warriors are back, baby. I'm going to tell you right now, this team is back. We've got a deep roster. We've got a deep bench in general, and the league should be on notice. I'm sure LeBron James somewhere is crying in his room thinking, not again, not again, no. The Warriors are coming back, baby. We're coming back for another chip. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at this, and I don't care. It was Portland and then the Jazz. Last night, the Warriors beat the Jazz 86-127, and again, everybody is getting involved. The starting five remains Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. And it's a good way to go, I think, for Kerr because that keeps the bench deep, and the bench could be starters themselves. When we're talking about Gary Payton II, Buddy Hield, who went off last night, Brendan Podziemski, Kevon Looney, D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, Moses Moody is making a name for himself this year so far, and I think I've named two guys that I think are really going to step up this year, one being Moses Moody and the other being Trayce Jackson-Davis taking the steps forward. I am not a big believer in Jonathan Kuminga yet, and I'll tell you why during this podcast, but overall, the team looks amazing. I mean, the blowouts that are happening in the first two games are unbelievable. 86-127, guys, and emphasis on the defense is apparent, and Steve Kerr definitely said that before the season started, and I'm seeing it in real time. I'm watching every single game that's going on here, guys. I've been watching Warrior basketball every game, just about every game that I could get if it was televised. I've seen it in the last 3-4 years. I haven't missed one, and before that, I've missed a few here or there, but overall, you can see this team, is going places this year for sure. Okay, for instance, Portland's not a great team, right? They're a rebuild team. That's fine. You still blew them out by 30 points. The Jazz, a rebuild team, better than Portland, but not a lot better. But they got some players on their team, right? Okay, but you still blew them out by like over 40 points. It's ridiculous what this Warrior team is doing to teams around the league. You're going to see it. I know for a fact that there are other teams that are watching this Warrior team and thinking, my God, what's going on? What's up, buddy? I'm right in the middle. My kid wants to check it out because he's excited about the Warriors too. So let's see. Let's break down the numbers here. Who scored? Let's see. Jonathan Kuminga only scored 8 points. So right at the bat, I'm kind of not in on Kuminga so far this year. It's only been 2 games, but I just don't know if he's going to take that next step. He plays with speed. He plays like he's on ice skates, though, a little bit. Like sometimes he's just dribbling the ball around and is looking for the open shot for himself. He needs to buy in more on passing the ball around. He needs to know when he should be taking that ball on his own and shooting it and when he shouldn't. I just don't think he's confident enough in that aspect quite yet. When he's involved in assists, like somebody's passing the ball off to him under the basket and he just dunks it, or he shoots a three-pointer, as long as he's not the one bringing the ball down the court, I think that it's just he shouldn't be in charge of running the offense. I think leave that to Podziemski when he's in or Steph Curry when he's in. But 8 points isn't going to do it for keeping Jonathan Kuminga on this team because he's asking for like over $200 million, guys, and this is a contract year. So there's no way the Warriors are going to do that. They're going to move on from him if he doesn't show something in the first half. And my gut feeling is that the Warriors are one player away, if even that, from really contending for a championship. I think they're good as is either way. This team is going to go places, guys. They are having everybody in this league with their eyebrows raised right now, I'm sure. And if not, they should be. The Warriors are considered a dark horse, and I would even say so. But that dark horse is looking pretty good right now. They're looking pretty good. I think they're gonna be scaring some teams. I hate to say it, but with Steph Curry playing beside maybe Buddy Hield a little bit more instead of Klay Thompson, right? is actually a better thing. Buddy Hield is a younger, better version of Klay Thompson, and Klay Thompson couldn't move, couldn't keep up on defense, and couldn't get an open shot with the Warriors. He couldn't create separation from his defender to get an open shot too often because of his injuries. And yes, I love Klay Thompson, and I will always think of him as a Warrior. He will always be a Warrior. He's one of the greatest Warriors of all time, and he will go down that way. But I do think at this point in time, this year, Buddy Hield was definitely an upgrade, and you can see it on the stats in the first two games. Draymond Green got 12, and Trayce Jackson-Davis scored 12, both respectable for a center and a power forward like Draymond Green, who is mostly a ball facilitator. 12 points is great. 17 out of Andrew Wiggins, exactly what you want from Wiggins. We need Wiggins to be the Wiggins from 3 years ago. So far, he looks like it in the first two games, and I really feel like he is going to step up this year. Steph Curry got his 22, which is about on point. I'd like to see him get a few more, but everybody's getting involved in the scoring in this team, guys. It's just fun to watch. 10 out of Gary Payton, right? Buddy Hield went off for 24. Podziemski 24. Looney 12. Kyle Anderson got 18. I mean, Melton got in the game with 8. So, but when Melton scores 8 and so does Kuminga, they both score 8. That's concerning for Kuminga as far as I'm concerned. But I do like Buddy Hield coming off the bench for right now because that bench is deep, and when the starters come out, there is almost no drop-off when the bench comes in. Teams need to be afraid of the depth of this team because the bench is to be reckoned with as well. If you're not on the Warriors, right? If you're not a part of the Warrior team, whoever's playing the Warriors, okay, they're going to have to decide when their starters are going to come out and when they need to take a break because there's going to be full court press all the way through 4 quarters, guys. The defense is going to be outstanding this year. Kerr put an emphasis on it. If you remember the Warriors winning their championships, defense was a big part of it. A lot of people were memorized by the offense and Steph Curry, but they forget that the defense was a big part of it. Wiggins' defense is very, very important. That's why the Warriors are still holding on to Wiggins. He had problems with his offense, but he's always been a great defender, and you can't find that in the league everywhere. It's like Draymond Green. You put up with all of his antics because his defense is just that good. You don't give up defenders who are good because there's not a lot of them in the league, and the Warriors have defense right now, and it's looking good, and their offense 100% is stepping up. So this is a team that's going places. They look like they might actually be vying for a championship this year. And yes, it's Portland who is in a rebuild phase, and yes, it's the Jazz who are basically in rebuild as well. But when you blow teams out by 30, 40 points, that puts the league on notice that this is not a fluke. Even for bad teams, they shouldn't be getting blown out by that much. This is a good team. This is a good team. People have been talking about it. Now you're seeing it in real time. So there are some games that are coming up that I'm looking at the schedule right now. There's some games that are going to come up that are going to prove my point exactly. We beat Portland, Utah. We got the Clippers coming up on Sunday the 27th. So we'll see how it goes there. And then we got New Orleans Pelicans, which is kind of a challenge, but I don't know how good they're going to be this year. They were good last year. They're good. Are they championship contenders? I don't think so, but still pretty good. Houston's coming up, so they'll be okay, but winnable. Washington win, and then Boston is going to be the challenge on the 6th of November, and then Cleveland on the 8th, and OKC on the 10th. Those are 3 games right there that if you go out there and you win convincingly, guys, that's going to tell you right there that this team is championship ready right now. And when you have Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins all playing, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get an expectation that the championship is in the cards. With Buddy Hield on this team, though, he's scoring out of his mind. He's keeping the three-point percentage up over 40% so far. And, I mean, his field goal percentage right now is actually 71.4. So, guys, Buddy Hield was an amazing acquisition. Absolutely amazing acquisition. I'm loving it. Couldn't have been a better move. Podziemski's coming back and taking a step forward this year after his rookie year. He's going to be, I think, a great asset to the bench, coming off the bench and leading that team, that 5 off the bench. But they're going to be interchangeable because there's so many players on the bench that come off that are good. There's De'Anthony Melton, there's Moses Moody, there's Kevon Looney, Podziemski, Hield, Payton. Those guys are all going to put in work, right? And put up numbers and waiters. I mean, Moody went off for 18. Anderson, 18. Looney 12, Pajemski 24, Heald 24. Guys, everybody is getting involved on this team. It's fun to watch. It's selfless basketball. They're playing faster on offense. They're moving the ball around a lot more on offense. It's pass and move, look for an open shot, and then look for a better shot if needed. And they're doing all that like the Warriors used to do years ago. They weren't doing that last year, and even when they won the last chip, they weren't really doing that as much as in the past. Curry kind of put that team on his back and willed them to win that championship, which is, in my mind, Curry's greatest championship for that reason. He did it without a whole lot of help from everybody. And Klay Thompson had just come back. He wasn't able to do as much as he would normally do. So Curry, that was one of his best championships, probably the best in my mind as far as validating that he is the best player in the league today. He is. LeBron James is not the best player in the league today. He hasn't been the best player in the league in a few years now. Curry has been. Okay, that is up for discussion. If you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section, whatever, Curry has been the best player in the league for a number of years now, 2 or 3, I would say. LeBron has fallen off. Now, if Curry gets another ring or two, there is going to be conversation about who really was the best of this particular draft generation. Can't say generation, because when you say this generation, you have to include Kobe in that kind of too. And Kobe, without a doubt, was better than LeBron James in my mind. He just was a better leader. He was an assassin. He was a killer. LeBron James really isn't that. He is great as far as his physical specimen goes, but I don't think LeBron James is the same killer Kobe Bryant was. So we're not going to go there. But what we will say is Curry changed the game. Just remember, he changed the game. Before Curry came in, nobody was shooting three-pointers like they were now. Then Curry started bombing them from just inside the half-court line routinely, and they said, oh, shit, we got to start shooting three-pointers because this guy is an assassin. He's hitting 6, 7, 8 three-pointers a game on an average. We gotta get out. We gotta do something about this. And then he changed the game and he forced everybody else to start thinking about opening up the offense to the 3-point line a lot more. And now it's just, you see kids at the playground shooting 3-pointers, guys. That's all they care about. It's actually to a detriment. I teach my kids to start shooting in the key and then move outside the key. And when you have that down proficiently where you can make those shots with your eyes closed, then start moving out to the 3-point land and start taking advantage of that. But to my point, kids want to hit the 3-pointers now. That's Curry. That's not LeBron James. So, I can debate this all day long, but if Curry gets another ring or even 2, then there's going to be some hard conversations about who was a more impactful, better player in the league, LeBron James or Curry, and that's just a fact. And I do think this year is a year where Curry might be able to get that 5th. Let's see, but it's exciting, guys. I couldn't wait to wake up this morning and just tell you that, hey, I got 1,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you guys watching the channel, and I want to keep going, and we're going to get to 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers and make this thing huge. It's just a matter of time, and I love all you guys for watching and making, I guess, what my dream is come to a reality or get closer to a reality of making this, what I do for a living at some point. We'll see. But at this point, guys, I just really appreciate it. The Warriors are doing fantastically. The defense is showing up. They started off a little slow in the first quarter. Same thing as the first game. Now, there's teams that either start off slow or start off fast. Either fizzle out late in the game, or start to pick up pace in the late in the game. This could be something that we see the Warriors do routinely from here until the end of the season. This might be what this team looks like. I'd rather have them start off slow for the first 5 minutes of the game and then just take over and dominate for 3.5 quarters than the opposite. Or maybe they're just getting a slow start and they're just going to dominate every game first quarter to the end. That's what I would love to see. But either way, this is a good team, and this is not a team, right? This is not a team that's going away. This is not a flash in the pan kind of, we started off good and we're just going to fizzle out and be horrible the rest of the year. No, this has winning vibes all over it. I can feel it. I can see it. I have a sense of that, and it just, that's what it, I mean, you can quote me. Yeah, this is going to be saved. This podcast will be saved. We'll go back to it at the end of the year, and we'll see if I was right or wrong after 2 games. But you see this team, and it doesn't matter who you play. Just watch these guys play together. They're enjoying it. They're having fun. They're playing Warrior brand basketball. Kerr's offense they're buying into Kerr's offense. It's working the way it's intended to work. And it's fun, guys. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to watch another Warrior game. I can't wait to see what happens with the Niners. Let's see what that's all about. The Raiders are a dumpster fire and traded Adams, so they're going down. Not much news with them. Crosby is not going anywhere, hopefully, if they're smart. But the Raiders are going to do Raider things, and Raider things means going ahead and stumble over your own 2 feet when a good thing's happening. Trip on the curb, fall on your face. That's what the Raiders do, and Raiders are going to Raider. That's not just a thing. That's not just a term that I made up. That is a term that we speak around here in the Bay Area all the time. Raiders going to Raider. That means Raiders going to find a way to screw it up. They always do. And let's see about Oakland A's. Maybe the Oakland A's will find a way to screw it up. They have found a way to lose, but they're trying to, and they try to all the time. And I don't know what's going on with the owner, but he can't get funding for the stadium because he got the funding they needed from Las Vegas, but he wants people to pay for his half, it sounds like, and he doesn't want to pay for a stadium there. He wants somebody else to. So now he's got the league to approve his move. The city of Las Vegas to go ahead and fund them the money, but that's not enough for this selfish jerk. He actually wants to have people pay for more of the stadium. The stadium diagram sucks. Looks like people are going to be burnt to a crisp out there in the heat, so that is no good. And by the way, it doesn't even have the money yet, and the design looks like a boring, crappy design that you're going to put in front of a high-class, beautiful downtown Las Vegas area, which is not going to work for Las Vegas in any way, shape, or form. They're relying on tourism. You don't go to Vegas to watch baseball, especially outdoor guys. You go to Vegas to watch shows, drink alcohol, gamble, and sit by the pool. That's what your vacation is. It's not sit in a hot plastic chair in the desert heat watching a baseball game for 3.5 hours. No. Your core audience is going to be the people who live in Las Vegas that don't want to go to the Strip and do all those things that the tourists do because they don't do that crap. They want to be able to do things that normal people do, like watch sports, watch their kid play outside when it's not 100 degrees. Go shopping, go to restaurants, eat out, whatever you do, but you're not out there doing what vacationers do. So good luck with that, Oakland A's. This owner is an idiot. Bottom line, hope he sells. Going to end up in Sacramento for a very long time, I have a feeling, but we'll get on that later. We'll talk about the Giants and their moves going forward. Buster Posey, the new GM, awesome. I love it. And if the Niners can limp forward with another win over the Cowboys to go into the bye week, maybe we'll get Christian McCaffrey back. But again, guys, like I've said, quote me on this, you don't go to Germany unless your Achilles is about to pop, so that thing's going to pop. It's either going to pop during the season or after the season. And that's really what you go to Germany to find out, is how long do I have before I'm out for a year? Or can I make it through the year so I can get surgery so I don't have to be out another full year? So, guys, watch out for that. But if we can get through the Dallas Cowboy game with a win, it's going to be almost a must-win to really put this team back on track because we need to get to the bye and get everybody healthy. Deebo Samuels and Kittle are beat up, but they're still going to play. Jennings is out when we thought he was going to play this week, so he's out till after the bye probably. So we need all those guys to be healthy and back. We got Mason running, and if you lean on the run game, you might get this win in Dallas. So let's see what happens, or against Dallas, I want to say. So let's see what happens there. But by and large, Warrior fans, hey, let's rejoice. The Warriors are back. They're looking great. Quote me on it. They're going to be awesome this year. I know it. I can see it. I can feel it in my heart. You can see it on the court. It's a fun brand of basketball again, guys. They're having fun. And when Curry has fun, he's going to turn back into the baby assassin one more time. Maybe not one more time. Maybe many, many, many more times. So, again, thank you for following my podcast. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I appreciate all the support. Keep hitting the subscribe because I would love to have more subscribers and have more people watching my channel. I love sports. I know you all do out there. So let's just enjoy it together and talk about Bay Area sports, the Bay Area sports we love, right? The teams that we love, the area that we love. It's amazing. Let's go get it. And remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. So I'm going to keep working hard for you. You keep watching. See you next time.